Bruh. What's up? Welcome to another edition of Nighttime Shenanigans with me, Sharita. Yo. I know. I ain't been on here in a minute, but I have things going on, which is always a great thing. Always a great thing. Always a great thing. And always a positive thing, because if you're not working, what you doing, right? And I get it, some of y'all can't work. I understand that. Prayers. And speaking of prayers, ooh, so much is happening, going on. So much is happening and going on. It's like a lot of sadness in the world. If you have not been caught up in events, I don't know what you're doing, where you at. Because I've heard people say that, oh, I don't watch the news. I don't care about that. A lot of people care about stuff in other places. They are. They caring hard. Oh, shucks. But yeah, like, I hope this podcast finds you well. I know I'm supposed to be doing this weekly, but sometimes I just think it's better if I just wait till I got a whole bunch of stuff to say, and they come at you and be like, yo, did you hear? Guess what? Yo, check this out. And and I'm from New York. That's how we'll talk. So yeah, Roe versus Wade got overturned. So now it's like, it's up to somebody. Somebody gonna do the abortions. I don't know. Good luck with that. Like, there's a lot of allies that, like, like, if you come over here, I got you. Don't come over here. I'm over here in Texas, so I definitely don't got you, because I don't even know where to go for myself. But I can research it for you. Researchability, right? Because it's getting crazy, and nobody knows why. Nobody knows why. But it does seem as though women are not wanted. It just seems as though we're not wanted here. Awkward. But anyway, so that's that. Then I just got back. I just did 2 shows online, so thank you, Aaron and Christine, for this just in news. We did that comedy show, and then I did a second comedy show with Carol Newell and Linda Camacho. That was The World's Best Laugh. So if you tuned into those tonight, there's 2 shows back to back. It was almost no shows back to back because time zones. Don't ask me why I can't get the time zones right, but I'm glad I did. So one show was New Jersey, and another show California, by way of Canada. So yeah, getting these international titles, y'all. And then, like, 2 weeks ago, because we're still in June, so 2 weeks ago I was in Wales. Well, I did a show in Wales, so that was awesome. So thank you, Fit Rich. And then Rich asked a great question that I wanted to, touch on. Rich is a comedian, Rich Newman. He's a comedian out of Wales, which is overseas. And he was like, I love your podcast, but talk about, what did he say? He said to talk about the unity in comedy. And I was like, my question to you is there unity in comedy? Like, seriously, like, real talk. Like, do you think there's unification in the process? Because what I find, just my observation, what I find is that a lot of comics the goal is to be likable. You want to be liked by other comedians, because that way you get more bookings, more shows, which is reasonable. But at what time do you think that there is no likability? Because then there was other comics that were saying, like, to hell with being liked. It's not about being liked. It's all about getting booked, getting your shows, getting your money, and get ghosted. And I was like, what? For real? Booked, getting your shows, getting your money, and get ghosted. Yes. I'm listening to myself on here because I think I hear feedback. As y'all know, I'm a mom. I got kids. I'm listening to myself on here because I think I hear feedback. As y'all know, I'm a mom. I got kids. And they don't agree with the bedtime. It's like 10 o'clock at night, and they don't want to go to bed. And also, I try not to eat on camera, but y'all like that mukbang stuff, so. So, the way I look at the comedy world is, like how I look at any job or career. Remember, it's not a career unless you've done it, 10 years or more, so they say, to where you could retire. Then it becomes a career. When you're just under 10 years and you're doing it, it's a job, because at any time you can get a new one, right? And the thing about comedy is, where do you go? Do you level up in comedy to like a new job, a new career? Because it fits in the entertainment world, right? You could be a comedian, you could be a musician, an actor, actress. So how do you level up? So when you talk about unity within comedians, it's like, are you asking, can you be loyal? Like, is it loyalty? Because I've seen comics be loyal to producers and bookers for the hopes of like their career was gonna like skyrocket, take off, do great things, and it didn't work out that way. It was not so. But they swear on all that is holy that this person is gonna like get them somewhere and is gonna do great things. And 9 times out of 10, that person did something for themselves. So it's not necessarily unity if you're being selfish. But again, let me know in the comments. Let me know, because we can address this later again. Because I know like I'm live right now and y'all watch this later, because y'all tell me y'all watch it later, which is all fine and dandy. To each their own convenience. And remember, this is on all available platforms. So the live portion is on Facebook and YouTube, thankfully. And then the recorded version goes on to Apple, Google, Amazon, wherever you listen to your podcast. So grateful for that. So if you're listening and you're downloading, thank you. I appreciate that. Right? But it's a little bit difficult for me to like do the lives out and about, because when I'm out and about, I'm in the moment that I forget to turn the camera on and be like, yo, sit down and talk with me. Let me know what you got going on. Because I love to talk to other comedians, entertainers. Speaking of which, so there's a rift in the community. So it seems that though I heard through the grapevine, because I don't go out that much anymore, because I'm saving up money so that I can go and travel. Because that's what they don't tell you in this business of being a comedian, is like, you're funding your hopes and dreams. That's all you. No matter how many bookings you get, if the pay is not with a comma, you coming out of pocket. And sometimes it's reasonable. Honestly, to me, it's all reasonable. It's all encompassing, because you're paying out of pocket for the travel, whether you're flying or driving. So ticket sales, gas, you're paying gas for the plane or gas in your car, however you get there, right? Then you need a place to stay. I'm bougie, I'm gonna stay in a hotel. I really am. I've been fortunate that I have some really cool friends that'll let me stay in their place. So thank you. Or, a homegirl hooks me up and I get to stay in a hotel, she hooks me up. Yeah. Get to stay at her place or whatever, just like in Vegas. Adam would let me stay at his place, And I always be like, oh, I'm gonna give you something. I never make enough. Just like, So I try to pay it forward, but it was hard being a producer. Because as a comedian, like I said, you're paying your way, whether it be gas for the car or gas for the flight, a hotel room or a place to sleep. You still gotta eat, because food, and I'm a foodie. Y'all know me. Y'all see my stomach. Y'all still make fun of my stomach. Yo, I eat. I'm eating now. I'm hungry. So when you tally up what it takes to be a traveling comedian, when you go on tour, it adds up, right? And then remember, you have to save up the money to do the traveling portion. But what happens when you come back? You got to come home. So you got to make sure you have money for when you come home to still afford the lights, the electricity. Well, that's lights, right? Your cable, internet, whatever. AKA your rent. Because you have to have a place to live. Unless you just winging it. If you are, let me know how to do it. Because for real, life in itself is expensive, right? And I heard somebody say, well, we're going through an inflation, a recession. People calling different things. Panic mode. And we haven't hit the Great Depression just yet. Remember that? But do you think we'll get there? Because somebody asked me, they're like, well, where do you think the economy is going? I was like, well, shit. If you're middle class, you feel like you're going to poverty. My child is not trying to go to sleep. If you're middle class, you feel like you're going to poverty. Yeah, I hear him in the background. Don't mind him. I got 4 babies. Don't mind him. They're upstairs. Remember, I'm home. We're home. We're good. But, and if you're already at poverty level, oh, it's middle class, right? If you're at poverty level, bro, it's gonna get worse. Because gas done went up. Gas went up, but you still, lucky for me, I don't have a car note. But if you had a car note, insurance on a car, on top of rent, or mortgage if you fancy like that, you got a mortgage, right? Food bill, utilities bill, your phone bill. There's so many bills that we pay. If you have a credit card, you still gotta pay on that, or work with somebody to not pay on that. Either way, life is expensive, you know. And then going back to Roe v. Wade, like, depending on where you live, an abortion could be like $500. It could be more, it could be less. But let's say the ballpark area, $500 for that, right? But people are like, no. You should go through with this pregnancy. Okay, listen. We're not raising the kids to be 18 and send them on their way. We're raising them, keeping them, and telling them that they can stay home because the way that the economy is, where are they gonna live when they turn 18? When you turned 18, you had it like that? Because I know I didn't have it like that. I didn't leave my mom's house until I was 21. And that wasn't by choice, you know. So I left home at 21, but I joined the army. Not everybody is willing to join the military. Not even willing. It's like, look, things is happening over there, so it's just like, do we really want to do that? Your decision is your decision. I'm not here to judge you on that. I'm just saying, like, it worked out for me. Like, I did my time in the military. I'm serving. You know, I had a good time. I had a good run. But it's not that way for everybody. And it could be. I don't understand why it's getting difficult. I don't understand why people are doing what they're doing. But it wasn't always that way. Obviously, if I survived 20-something plus years in the military, I think it was a good run for me. Good experiences. I mean, you're gonna meet people good and bad. You gotta take the good and the bad, right? It's balanced, right? So you gotta take both of them. It doesn't matter what job, what career field you go into. You're gonna meet people that are jealous, envious, yeah, headhunters, go-getters, backstabbers, they brown noses, ass kisses, whatever category you fit in. Know your place, know your lane, and own it. That's what you want to do it. You know, everybody plays a role in life, which is fine. But can you switch roles? Possibly. You can. It just depends on what's going on in the world, right? And I'm drinking a root beer. I don't know why. But just depends on what side of the spectrum you want to be on. Because at the end of the day, people are either going to start growing their food, or you're going to go on a lengthy diet. And I don't see a lengthy diet happening anytime soon. You know? So get your gardens up. Hunting license, get it up. I think I've had deer meat once. I don't know. Don't remind me. If you want to serve it to me, don't remind me. It did not taste like chicken. So the way the economy's going, you gotta figure it out. You gotta figure out where you're gonna fit in. That's just the nature of the beast. So, and is it scary being a parent raising kids in this time? No, because when they say history repeats itself, it does. This isn't the first time, and it's not gonna be the last time that the economy fluctuated. You just don't want to do the furloughs, like when the government wasn't paying people. and they couldn't figure out how to pay their rent, their mortgages, whatever. Ooh, that was a scary time. I was secure. I didn't have those issues, thankfully. But it just seems like everybody will keep saying that the rich keep getting richer, 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 and the poor, ooh, we're gonna be non-existent soon. So get in where you fit in. You know, I don't use credit. I maxed out my credit cards. I'm paid off. But it is a time that I didn't use credit cards. Now I'm hearing like the rich use credit cards, and what they do is they'll use the credit card for purchases, no matter how big or how small. They use the credit cards, right? And then you're supposed to use your debit, the money that's in your bank account, so like to pay off the credit card. There's some people that can't get a credit card. Then what? Like, what do you do? And then there are people that are, like I said, moving into their cars, which ain't a bad concept, because if you think about it, instead of putting all this money, pay the rent or pay your mortgage, you live out your car, right? On your car note is like what, $300 maybe. Hopefully you pay insurance. Hopefully, I don't know. So that's looking like maybe $500. And then you can go anywhere. $10 at Planet Fitness, you use the shower. So it seems practical, right? And then now that you have money, we eat out. But people don't tip. I tip well, because I don't want you to spend my food. I feel bad. But some people tip, some people don't. But anyway, let's get to the good stuff, right? Woo! So, unification in comedy. We don't have a union, so it's really hard. Like I said, I've been fortunate enough to like be asked to be on shows. So again, I think it just goes to like the likability. Do the people like your style of comedy? Do they like your persona? Are you coming in positive? Now there's dark comedy, you know, blue collar comedy, where it's just like you can say some really controversial things and get people to laugh at them. But I think that's very hard to do, in my opinion, because I don't do dark comedy. So, but I'm not saying it can't be done. I'm just saying, like, for me, it's hard for me to do it. Just like I don't do no one-liners, and I don't do puns because I don't know how. So you're like, oh, what do you do for your comedy? I'm a storyteller. I like to write, so I tell stories in my comedy, and it's funny because I make sure that it's relatable. You cannot sit here and tell me that you haven't interacted with a human. So if you interacted with more than one human, 2 humans, 3 humans, then my comedy is relatable to you, and it's funny. That's the goal of it, to be funny, right? Some people get up on stage for attention. Not to spit knowledge, not to peep game, not to like enrich the value of being, you know, telling you anything. They're just up there on stage talking for attention. Do you, boo? You know. So like in the comedy world, we have our, like, I'm not gonna say like we cannot be unified. There is not unity. It's just funny how the unity happens, because I've noticed that there are still cliques, and I can't really describe the cliques because like I didn't grow up in a traditional high school environment. I went to Catholic school, and there was no cliques in Catholic school. Well, the school I went to, there was no cliques. You either, you sit at the lunch table, eat your food, and then you go to class. We didn't have, time for all of that cattiness. But from what I hear from other people, the outcast is over here, the goths are over here, the skaters is over there, the chess team is here. I don't know. It's weird. But in comedy, like, we don't. How do you have cliques when we're all the same profession? We're all comedians. That's the whole general. Then you get your messy comedians that like drama, the chismosas, and I ain't gonna lie, the chismosas is very entertaining, but do you want to be part of it? No. Am I part of it? Very much so. People talk behind my back. It gets to me. Sometimes some of the stuff don't get to me. That means it's not important. If you really wanted me to know, you come tell me, but you don't, and it's cool. So yeah, so then we had a little bit of Vegas was great. We had a little bit of like a small show. I did 20 minutes out in Vegas. I did a set. I had a little fun, and it's getting to the point for me to where 20 minutes, it was like my time is up already. I feel like I can keep going, which is a great problem to have. The problem that you don't want to have is like figuring out who's hosting, who's doing this, like the production part. People don't realize behind the scenes, the production of a comedy show it really is stressful. It's difficult, and it's challenging if that's something that you really want to do. And then when you talk to a lot of comedians that are producers, they'd rather just do the comedy part. They'd rather just get booked, go on stage, tell their jokes, call it a night, right? But 9 times out of 10, if you became a producer, it's because people want to put you on a show, or you didn't like how shows were being ran, so you want to do something different. You want to or you want to do a theme. So we have a new theme here, so I'm here in El Paso. So one of the themes is one of the producers, she's gonna do a LGBTQIA Quenon. She wants to do that, right? Which is fine. And I think the other producer just wants to do open mics. So there's 2 different open mics. Well, there's 3 open mics now. We used to have several. We used to have a mic every night. Now it's like, I think just Friday. I don't even know. Hold on, there's some banging going on. Kids don't want to go to bed. It's summertime, so they don't really have a bedtime, but they have to be in the room so I could talk to you guys. So as always, thank you for tuning in. But yeah, so it was like that was spicy. So spicy. I don't see how y'all would do those mukbang things, but oh my goodness. And I eat normal food, boring food. Chicken nuggets and fries. Keep it simple. Because I wanted Popeye, but I don't feel like driving right now. And I love driving, but I don't feel like going out. So yeah. So the Vegas show was a little bit difficult. We had a host, then we didn't have a host. We ended up with a host, and then people were trying to add themselves to the show. Then they got unadded to the show, and it's just like that unity that you speak of. And you can't have unity if you go behind somebody's back and you talk shit, or if you bold enough and be like, I ain't gotta talk shit behind their back. I can tell them to their face. That's true too, but is it necessary? Is it really necessary? Knowing how many comedians there are, and then when you start off with your scene, like how many comedians there are in your city, to how many comedians there are worldwide, or national, worldwide, and so on and so forth. And there's not that many. And then to be a comedian, you can't even just be a comedian. You have to add more to it. So you have to have another talent behind okay, is it a comment? All right, you know how to make us laugh, but can you do this? Or you can sing, great. Or you play an instrument, even better. So it's like you have to be an all-around entertainer. And here in El Paso, we have very few all-around entertainers, and y'all know them. Y'all know Zodiaco, Anthony Austin Brown. Zodiaco's got a minor in cryptozoology who had a banging ass party Friday night, so that shit was awesome. It was a birthday party, so we had so much fun. And then Feline Fox, Anthony Austin Brown is the lead singer of Feline Fox. And they're playing throughout El Paso, so like kudos to them. Again, both frontmen of the bands are comedians, so you see like the talent level. And then myself, I only sing at karaoke. I'm not that good at singing, but I play instruments. If you see my studio, I have a drum set, I have a piano, I have two guitars, acoustics. So because I love music, and I always wanted to be a musician, but it didn't go that way. I was told to pick a respectable job. Every job that I picked, my mom said, no, don't do that. No, you can't do that. So I was like, the one job that she never thought I would do, and just to get out of her house, I raised my right hand, joined the army, and left. Miraculously, I survived. I'm not gonna say I'm good at it. Because you're teachable. There's different stages, and you get taught different things. In comedy, people say they have a mentor, but then who would be your mentor? Who would you be aspiring? Like, hi Domingo, yes, do your heckle thing. You're helping my viewer count go up or down or whatever. You know? So it's like, how can you say that you have a mentor? Like, who would be your mentor? Yes, you could have a comedy mentor, but it doesn't even have to be a mentor in the genre of work that you're in. You could be a mentor in a different genre. The comedians that I've talked to so far, they don't have a mentor. They do have a person of interest that they like, but what I find is what they do is they try to emulate that person on stage. And the bad part about that is you're being a copycat. It's okay to have comedy favorites, if you will, but what's not okay is like you start stealing jokes. All right, now there's a person who's not a comic sat there in front of another comic, got on stage and did that person's set. You did their whole set. Why they sitting right there? And most people are like, well, my business, it don't have nothing to do with you. You're right, it didn't have nothing to do with me, because you're not going to do my whole set in front of me and think I'm not going to get up on stage and say something about it. But it's tacky. It's tacky. And, well, it's not even tacky. It's straight disrespectful. How you going to be disrespectful? You know? And then I spoke to the person that it happened to, and I was like, so how do you feel? And the person was like, there was no words. And we all have those scenarios where you don't know what you're going to do until you're faced with that situation. I got it. I understand it. And that person was like beyond hurt, like to sit in the audience smiling, happy, watching a show, and then the person that you trusted the most goes up there, does your whole routine in front of you horribly, like did not nail it horribly. And yeah, I don't condone violence, but yeah. So how would you handle that situation? You know? And people are like, oh, well, comics have been stealing material from each other for years. You're right. You're so right. And so many quit because of that. They're like, well, shucks, why am I putting all this work in to be disrespected and all of that? Then why? You know, because that would hurt. That would hurt my soul. But that's just me. You know, like how could you do that? So when you say, is there unification in comedy? Should there be unification? What is the point of having the unification? Like what's the end statement? What's the goal? A unified front for what exactly? Because we're not even competitors. We're not even competing with each other, because really, like, there's so many stages, and I'm sure there's stages that I've been on that you haven't been on, and vice versa. So for you to sit there and say, oh no, I'm in competition with you, I'm trying to be better than you, I'm trying to shine, I'm trying to go the distance. Yeah, but why can't we all get on stage? There's a lot of stages. And again, yeah, I have my international title because I performed in Wales, I performed in Dublin, you know, I performed overseas in Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia. Thank you, Juliana Heng, for that, you know. So it's like there's a lot of stages. And then get this, and then there's like comments that'll be like, oh, you will never catch me on a Zoom show. Why not? What's wrong with performing comedy on Zoom? It's a platform. It's a platform. It's on the internet. Everybody and your mama's on the internet. It's boosting your social media. It should be boosting your social media, because if you're a really good comic, great comic, even we'll use the G word. We'll say great. If you're a great comic, then it shouldn't bother you to do a Zoom show. Jamie Kennedy's on Zoom doing shows. Okay. So what's the issue? And again, the Zoom shows came out of a time where COVID wiped out everybody's, like, okay, poor choice of words. So COVID canceled a lot of people's careers, or put a lot of people's careers on hold. They had to find alternatives, and Zoom was the best alternative that I could think of. Unless Skype is still up and running. I have my Skype account, but I ain't used it in like years. So Zoom was like the next best thing to slice bread when it came to comedians still putting out their material. And then what happened, myself included, we all got on the Zoom boat. We were doing Zoom shows left and right. Any show we can get on. And at that time, it didn't matter if you had beef with this comic, beef with that comic, or you don't like that comic because he said, she said, she smokes us, and all of that, right? But what did you do? You got on that Zoom show because it got you an audience that you normally would not have reached at a live show. And then from there, what did everybody do too? Everybody was out there doing podcasts. How many podcasts have been formulated, this one included, because of the pandemic, right? So again, then TikTok got popular because TikTok been out for a long time, but like a lot of comedians wasn't like messing with TikTok because they was like, no, I want to be in front of a live studio audience. I want to do my thing. I want to talk to the crowd. I want to get that feedback. Yeah, you got that feedback to them hecklers came after your ass, and it was like, no, you're not that funny girl on stage. And then it was like, oh no, you don't know comedy. So I don't agree with comedians bashing the crowd. You on stage for however many minutes you have that time frame, and you over there talking about why you're not laughing. And when somebody in the audience says, because you ain't said nothing funny yet. At least on Zoom, you don't. Well, you can hear it. You can hear it if the room is not muted, you gonna hear somebody say something, a sneeze, cough, whatever. But again, and then to add insult to injury, what I found was like ludicrous. Once the stages started opening up, once people started going back out on the road, and they did the same jokes that they had before the pandemic. We were on lockdown. That was a period of time where we were on lockdown. You could have wrote some new material. And then we were still like slowly opening up the doors. People were still scared to go out. You still didn't write no new material. And the material that didn't do good before the pandemic, you still told it, and it wasn't doing good then. Make it make sense. No, make it funny. You know, again, and then the comments that I talked to were like, oh, you didn't write nothing new. Oh, I wasn't in the mood. But you're telling the same material from way yonder, like 13 years ago. Like, you're still telling the same. You don't think that you should like write something else, write something new? Like, you didn't have no experience during the pandemic? Listen, like I said in the beginning, everybody has life experiences. If you know more than one person, you got a story to tell. Like, yeah, okay, yeah, I'm that mom. I talk about my kids because they're not going to hear the jokes. I talk about dating. Why not? Because we all doing it. I talk about marriage because I've been there, done that. I talk about work sometimes. We all working. We all making a living. We all doing something. Right? So how is it as a comedian, you don't have no jokes? And then you telling jokes that was years old, that's not killing no more. It's not relatable. It's not relevant. And the best joke I ever think that, okay, in my opinion, again, my opinion, because my podcast. So the best joke that I thought I had was like when the Goya. It's outdated now because like nobody's boycotting Goya because I see it on the shelves slowly disappearing. I had Goya jokes. I never told the Goya joke on stage because it happened during the pandemic. I did it for Zoom. Then the world opened back up. Irrelevant. You have to go with the times. How hard is that? But let me know in the comments. The heckler rules. Yes, Domingo, you rule because you came all the way over here to heckle me. I hope everything's working out for you, Domingo. We ain't seen you outside in a while. So yeah. Oh wait, so if I move it over here, it does something weird over here. It's weird. So yes, yes, write new material, and then now, and I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm be honest with you, because I don't have a reason not to. I done quit like this month, the month of June. This makes 6 years of me doing stand-up comedy, or being a comedian, or being a comic. You know, I have naysayers. Oh, you still an amateur comic? What are you? You worried about labeling me? What are you? You know, and I'll be that. That's fine. I'll be that. I'll be an amateur, cause when do you not become an amateur? I don't know. That was never explained to me. It was always, you're still an amateur comic. So it's like, when do you level up? When do you get promoted in the comedy category? Nobody told me, so I don't know. But it's cool though, you know. So you talk your shit, and I'm gonna talk mine. My son is really mad that he in bed right now. Lord Jesus. So yeah, I spent a lot of time with my kids. I had them all day. Stony Iron is the new heckling material. Stony did a show in Alamogordo this month recently, about 3 weeks ago, because no, 2 weeks ago, because it was the weekend we went to Vegas, and he did amazing. He killed. So yeah, if you're a comic and you haven't been to the Alamogordo, get on the Alamogordo stage at the Emporium. That's a new place. It's a 2-hour drive, hour and a half. Come on. That's local for us. So yes. So yeah. So to answer your question, Rich, is there unity in the comedy world? I don't know. Let me know. Because again, it seems like people's loyalty is placed in the wrong area, and then it doesn't work out in their favor. You know, so unified front. I can understand a unified front, meaning everybody wants to get on stage, everybody wants to get their jokes out there, everybody wants to get paid for telling jokes. But again, you have, and speaking of getting paid, first of all, when is the next open mic? Nobody knows. I don't know when the next open mic is, because I don't even know who's running open mics anymore. Because I've been stopped doing it because nobody want to come. You ain't got to tell me more than twice. You don't want me to run the mic? Boom, got you, boo. But I think the Friday ones with Jordan Savai and Marco Morales, they're doing, did I just mess up his last name? I don't know. But Marco and Jordan are doing an open mic. I think they're doing it every Friday at Craft Rhythm and Blues. And then Richie has the longest running mic in the history of running mics, because today's Monday. He got an online mic on Monday, and then Tuesday they do the same mic at a brick and mortar. So Mondays is on the YouTube. You sign up, and then he sends you the Zoom link. You log on to Zoom and you do your thing. The thing about it is that mic is like 3-4 hours long. It's long. You're gonna wait your turn, but you're gonna get up there. And then the live one. So, and I wasn't gonna talk about B-Walls, but since it came up in the chat, look, man, there's no unity apparently at the B-Bombs, and it's not Richie's fault. Richie hosts a mic, and it was mainly for the comedians, right? You gotta ask Kool-Aid when he coming. So the B-Bombs Barbed Wire Open Mic Series, I've had the pleasure of performing on there, on the virtual stage as well as the live stage. So thank you for that. I've never had a problem with the poets or any of the other performers there, because it's poetry, it's live music, it's the comedians. They had spoken word artists, but I think some of the spoken word artists moved on. I don't know where they're at. But I missed the spoken word portion, because before I did comedy, I was doing the spoken word. It's something about doing poetry in motion and just like getting it out, but to the rhythm of some music. It is just so soulful. I'm into the neo soul. I love my neo soul. I rock out. Yeah, I rock out. But that neo soul is something about that neo soul when you trying to get your emotions out, get the words out, and they be doing this. It's a different vibe, and I love it. So with the B-Woms, there's a little rift, because in the community it's like, well, the poets feel that the comics are not respectable, then the comics feel that they're not they don't have to show respect to the poets. If I'm wrong, let me know. Let me know, because that's what I heard on the grapevine. So I'm just like, why? We're all artists in our own right. Why is it when there's a place that's provided for us to perform, we can't be unified there, right? So, and again, it's two different platforms. These same comments, they're not gonna do the online portion, but they're gonna wait till the live one, and then go up there and bomb. Or do good. I've heard stories. I don't know. But what I do know is that we shouldn't be arguing and bickering when there's a place provided for you to perform. And again, there's way more poets and musicians than there are comics. And it's a 3 to 4 hour mic. You gonna get on. You wait your turn. But they're right. The poets are saying that the comics don't sit long enough. They don't sit through their sets. They don't listen to the poetry. They don't respect the poetry. And then they also notice that the comics don't even sit and watch each other's sets and support. They'll go out and smoke on the back patio, go talk, whatever. But the main thing is they're not being supportive. So again, your question, is there unity? Doesn't sound like it, right? But why not? Why can't it be unified? Why can't you sit there? Like, I know when Black Orchid Lounge was open, we all sat there and we listened to each other's sets. Yeah, you still went out to the patio, but they had the speaker, so you could hear what was going on if you really had to smoke that bad, you know? So it's like, why can't we support each other? And then I've been branching out. I've been going on people's mics because it says open mic, and I sign up, and then I get there and it's like poetry only. Whoops. They let me in, so be funny and you're good. But even if you just sit and watch and support other formats, what is so hard about that? I don't get it. But you know me, I don't stay on here too long. I was just here to answer somebody's question, and then I was gonna get into the chismosas about the Vegas, but then I was like, you know what, that's not my place, because number one, I got booked for the show. Number two, I did what I was paid to do, which was provide comedy. And, you know, the he said, she said, it didn't concern me. So to talk about it, I'm like, y'all, where my loyalty's at. Somebody brought up a fellow comedian brought up a good point. He said, Sharita, you killing the game. You're out there getting booked. Your comedy's getting better. You're there. But what you're not doing is you're not getting more bookings. It's nice to be put on somebody's show. And what he was talking about was the Chingonas. I'm on the Chingona show when I'm asked to be on there. And I love it. It's a great platform to be on. But he's like, you're blocking your blessings because you're only doing one type of show. And if you wait for that one producer to call you all the time, it's not going to work out in your favor. Totally right. Totally agreeable. I've said no to some Chingona shows in the past because it wasn't feasible, whether it was bad weather or logistically impossible to get to the show. I'm allowed to do that. So I will tell you that July, I have 2 shows coming up, one in San Antonio and one in Austin. So I'll be doing more shows. Now the thing about me is, again, first and foremost, I'm a mom. It's my kids' summer. So if I can't take them with me, I gotta like logistically make sure that somebody's here with them so that I can go out. So I'm bookable. So if you got a show you want me to be on, we'll look at the calendar. You let me know. And if I can logistically make it, because again, gas prices is going up, so I'm gonna pay gas either flying or driving, either way. Hey cat, don't come and eat my food. Yes, we have animals in the house. So that's the thing. So I'm bookable. You know, I have a logo. I got to redo my logo. I don't have merch yet. I've even been asked by top comments, like, where's your merch at? Like, kid, what you doing? Like, come on. You beast moding on stage when you don't have no merch. I'm like, every time I ask people where you get your merch done at, they be like, oh, I got a guy. You're not gonna say a guy? So there's that. So obviously I'm gonna get some merch up. I had some stickers. I don't know where they went. I don't know where my stickers are.
I think I have one.
Yeah, my daughter has one,
Or
so
two.
she's
Four.
yeah. My kids support me. They got my stickers plastered all over the place. So I'm gonna get some more stickers. I'm gonna get some merch. I'm gonna get up there and out there with it. I just haven't had like too many catchphrases out there, cause that seems to be the thing. Like if you're gonna do the merch, have a catchphrase, right? I don't know. Cordy, I can't use that though. But yeah, like we're gonna do the damn thing. Like this is my time. My time to get out there and do some shows. So if you're a producer, a booker, hey, I'm a comedian. I'm available. What's up? Oh, that was nasty. You didn't see that, right? My bad. So yeah, book me. Like hit me up. Sharita, Sharita. It's really easy. And somebody asked me today, that was like, why you don't put your last name? I don't know. Facebook lets you like name yourself, so I just put Sharita up there. And it's funny because when people introduce me, they pronounce the hyphenation. There's no hyphen in there. It's just Sharita. It's just my first name, and then I split it because on Facebook you gotta have a first name and a last name. So I just split my name. So when you book me for a show and you put my name on a flyer, you can put it as one word. It really is one word. But if you like to pronounce it that way, give it up for Sharita. That's even better. Because you have people say my name. Say my name, say my name. Like it. Yes. So again, this has been another edition of Nighttime Shenanigans with Sharita. And can't wait to be out there in Austin and San Antonio next month, the month of July. Happy Pride Month. Y'all got a couple of days to get it in. I'm just playing. It's Pride Month. Do what you do with that. Happy anniversary to me. Happy birthday, June. You got the June birthdays in the house. Happy birthday to you. Do it, you know? And it's the summer of, I would say summer of love, summer of, so it's summer of chaos. Mercury, retrograde, Kool-Aid, I don't know. Stuff is happening. Wherever you can fit in, get it in there. If you got to get another job, Amazon is always hiring. I'm personally into remote jobs. You know, I can sit here and smoke all day. So give me a remote job where I ain't got to leave my house because daycare is expensive. I don't know if I'll do that again. My 18-year-old is the one that be watching my kids when I go out of town. So yeah, he 18, he legal. He could do that. But yeah. And then he out of life now. So if he go out, I'm at home. So it is what it is. So if you're a parent and call me, let me know how you do it. Let's share some tips and tricks to this game. Because I would love to like figure out how to do it. But again, like I said, it's the summer, so I can bring the kids with me. That's not an issue. But when school start back up, they ain't missing no school. And we tried the homeschooling feature. That didn't work. That didn't work at all. They was bums. They was bums. So yes. So thank you for tuning in again. Like I said, I'm gonna start getting serious with this podcast because listen, y'all be giving me like the good advice, the good juju, all of that, and I don't be listening because somebody was like, "How you got a podcast and you're not monetizing it yet?" Because I'm not consistent like I'm supposed to be. Like the gym, I go when I feel like I need to be there. So. But yes, thank you for the Vegas. I'm ready to come back. So again, bookers, promoters, you got a stage for me to get on. Let's do it. The next show, we do have y'all so fugazi. Listen, I still produce shows, and y'all don't come. Y'all ask me, when's the next show? I tell y'all, I post it up. I pay for the advertisements for the shows to go up. And y'all don't come. Thank you to those who share the flyers. So y'all do that. Y'all share the flyers. You talk about it. I need butts and seats. I get it. We just talked about how the economy sucks. Economy's bad. So where we gonna get the money to like pay for the tickets? Tickets ain't that expensive. And if you got a bad habit, you still spending money on that bad habit, you can afford a ticket. Tickets are like $10. $10 to support. And then guess what? I'm bringing in comics from outside of El Paso. You're like, why? Cause y'all go and pay to see comedians outside of El Paso, other establishments. That's why. And then 9 times out of 10, again, like I said, I'm a traveling comedian. So traveling comedians, what they like to do while they travel is they like to stop in a city that they've never been in. They might have heard about it, or they've heard of you. They work with you. And they're like, yo, I'm coming through your backyard. What's up? You know, so I provide shows at venues where traveling comics can come through, get on stage, drop a set right quick, on their way to their next location. So when we say support local comedy, it's El Paso, Chuco Town. So let them know what y'all about. They coming through, right? So come show the love and support. Y'all like to laugh. I heard the jokes that y'all say at the house, you know. So I'm providing stages. I'm providing it. I'm providing an entertainment. Support. You know. I just find it funny how like I have friends they'll share other people's flyers and stuff, but they don't share my shit. It's all good. I see you though. You see these eyes, these colored eyes? I see you though. It's all good though. But that means that I gotta work harder. That means I'm not doing what I'm supposed to be doing to get your attention. But I'm gonna work on that though. So again, this has been another episode of Nighttime Shenanigans with your girl Sharita. I will see you next week, because like I said, I gotta get on it, right? Got this, you know, I'm losing out. I got these podcasts, they streaming all over the place. Amazon, Apple, Google, Yes, I'm on Spotify. Even she know I'm on Spotify. Yo, I'm on Pandora. Like, let's get it. Like, I'm on these platforms. So what's up? I am on TikTok. TikTok though, I had to change my name because it's not change my name. So my Twitch name is Tiger Lily. So I had to use my Twitch name for my TikTok because apparently there's like 50,000 Sharitas, and they was like, yo, stop using that name. So I'm Tiger Lily on TikTok. I don't know what I'm doing on TikTok, so don't ask. I just go up there, and right now I just do reacts. I just do voiceovers. I don't know. I'm just on there to show you my comedic skills and talents. Kind of, sorta. I don't know. But I'm up there though. Y'all like my hair though? Yo, this like... I know you want Sunny. You said it like 15 times already. Sunny is like semi-retired. I can't bring back Sunny. Sunny don't want to leave his house because of COVID. So ask Sunny. Kool-Aid is, I don't know how much he charged. Yo, I found out somebody charges $2,000. First of all, no, I ended the podcast. We're not going to do it. I don't talk to that dude, so you bring him back. So anyway, enjoy the start of your week. I don't know how to put you in the stream, Domingo, because you keep asking me. The only thing I know, I don't know how to, I don't know how to do that. If I knew how to do that, I would bring you on. But I don't know. Oh, wait, switch into the page to start managing it. I thought I was already in the page. I'm trying right now. Hold on. Did you don't put up emotes. Calm down. I'm trying to see how. Are you even... Well, obviously, if you commenting down there. Oh, 2 people are watching? Yeah, it's probably me and just Domingo. It's all good. How... Is there a button on your side that says join stream? Did you just put up some Christmas trees? No, it's the dollar bill eye. Sorry. Stop putting that up there, Domingo. Behave. You just gonna flood it with emotes, Domingo? Because hey, you know how to bring somebody on stream? No. Exactly. See how hard this is? Are you on my Discord? I think if you're on my Discord, we could do it through Discord. As soon as I found my Discord. Mind blown. Really? You just gonna put up emotes? Look, you know I gotta edit this, and you know I don't like editing. That's why my podcast is like live, because I don't like editing. And right now I can't even find my Discord because I closed it out. Oh, duh. Let me see if I can bring you on, because if you want to, I think you can only come on for Discord. I don't know. Yes, I'm on Discord. Listen, like I'm on so many social media platforms and I don't use them all because I'm lazy. Yeah, I'm on Discord. I'm on all of that. I'm just lazy, and that's not a good thing to have. Lazyism, and it's not my fault. Okay, it might be my fault. I don't know. But yeah. Well, thank you for all the emotes, but that's what I'll do. I will figure out how to bring you on, but I don't. Wait a minute. Is that even a good idea to bring you on? Because you gonna say something crazy, ain't you? You is. You gonna say something crazy. Yeah, you stop typing now. That's what I thought. Love you, Domingo. Domingo is our resident heckler. Like every show that we've ever done, he's there. He heckle. I don't know why. All right then. So y'all have a good night. And like today's Monday, right? I'm supposed to do this on the weekend because that's usually when things pop off, and we'll figure it out. But yeah, enjoy your week. Don't let the recession hit you in the ass. Buy that bike. You was high bottom class. So go ahead and get you that bike you was thinking about, because gas is expensive, bro. We almost at $5. It was $5 in Vegas, and I had that rental car, and I ain't putting no gas. Oh, I mean, I returned it full. That means I didn't drive nowhere, because I wasn't about to do all that. Sure was not. But yeah, y'all have a good one. Peace out. Oh yeah, don't forget to answer them questions in the comments, and we'll revisit it. Laters.